Welcome back to the MasterChef kitchen. Now, hopefully you've been inspired. Your 2 courses, you've got 60 minutes. Let's cook.
After a nervous start, Elisa performed well in the restaurant. Now she's hoping to continue the momentum with a Mediterranean-inspired 2-course menu.
With a look at these lovely ingredients, are we going to get food from your homeland?
It's a dish that you eat in Lebanon, you know, on the seaside.
What are you doing?
I'm doing a millefeuille of red mullet and langoustine with aubergine caviar and tahini. And for starter, it's cherry tomato tart.
So that's not really Lebanese, is it?
No, this is not a Lebanese dish.
Is your biggest issue today timing?
Yeah, I have to get it right.
And if you do get it right, can you win today?
Definitely. It's a lovely dish. I hope you're going to enjoy it.
Lisa just got to keep her nerves and cook very, very well because I love the ingredients on her bench. Will she complete it in time? And will she have the beautiful edge that it needs to make her a quarter-finalist?
John impressed with his rhubarb tart in the first round, but had a disaster in the professional kitchen. He needs to prove he's more than a one-hit wonder.
What are your dishes today that are going to propel you into a quarter-final?
Spiced pork chops with fresh new potatoes and steamed vegetables, and apple and raisin crumble with brandy cream.
You've got fairly simple dishes, so every single part of those has to be spot on.
Well, that's the plan anyway, I hope so.
Do you think a pork chop and veg is showing the correct amount of culinary talent?
I'm hoping by proving that I can cook a pork chop that's still moist and all that will show that I can cook meats, simple meats, well.
Can you win this, John?
Don't see any reason why not.
That better be the best pork chop I've ever eaten, because that is alarmingly simple. And in the field right now, in the competition the way it is, I tell you what, it's going to be miracles.
You're halfway. Halfway.
Andrew impressed with big flavours in the invention test and excelled in the pro kitchen. Can he continue his winning run?
What are you cooking, Andrew?
King tiger prawns, which are going to be going on a bit of couscous, a bit of chilli. Pack the flavour in.
So that's one course. What's the other course?
Chocolate truffle torte.
What do you think you've got to do today to make you the quarter-finalist?
I've got to put a smile on both your faces.
Andrew is cooking very simple, very elegant, very tasty food. Right now, the battle is on, and that's brilliant.
You should be plating up by now, guys. You've got 1 minute. That's it. Time's up. Walk away. Time's up.
Elisa is hoping to secure a quarter-final place with her cherry tomato tart with basil oil, followed by a main of red mullet with seared langoustine, aubergine and potatoes.
Sweet, sweet tomato. And then the heavy, almost metallic taste of basil. It's very decent, but it's not wow. It's a tasty dish, but trying to pick it up with a knife and fork is a difficult thing. And when you want to eat food and you can't, it becomes disappointing. Finish with the tart, bring in your mullet dish. I think that's beautiful. It's little hints of garlic, hint of almost peanut butter like tahini. Very clever to involve lots of other green ingredients and still let the fish be the star of the show.
Thank you.
The aubergine is rich with garlic, the fish is beautifully cooked, and the crisp bread on top gives it texture. It's delicious.
This is my passion, my dream. I'm willing to dedicate everything I have to be a MasterChef.
John is aiming to win the judges' vote with his spiced pork chop and chilli sauce, followed by apple and raisin crumble.
It's difficult to make comment because it's a pork chop which is overcooked and gone dry. Yeah. It's not exciting. That is what we call a bad plate at the office. Even cooked perfectly, it would need something else. Yeah. A sauce. From porks to pudding, there's no juice. It's all dry. We've got a few mistakes here, mate.
Yeah, we do.
It is so much crumble and so few apples. It's sort of like apple muesli.
It's been a bit of a disaster today.
Andrew hopes his pan-fried prawns on couscous and vermicelli salad, followed by chocolate torte with crushed pistachio nuts, will secure him a place in the quarter-final.
I like the flavours of those spring onions, I like the flavour of the garlic. It's tasty, it's just the dish itself coming together as a dish.
Which needs a bit of tweaking.
Crikey, that's tricky. It's pretty good, but not brilliant. But I wouldn't be saying, oh, you must go to Andrew's restaurant, he does this great prawn dish. You with me?
OK.
From savoury to sweet. Yeah, it delivers. It's got great texture from the nuts. It's a lovely, soft texture, that mousse. The sourness of the yoghurt works beautifully with it. For me, it's a lovely, lovely dessert. Sourness going into chocolate sweetness and an extra note of the sweet pistachio. It's very, very good indeed. Well done. Ladies and gentlemen, we now have to make a decision. We only have one quarter-final place. Thank you very much indeed.
I'm gone.
I'd like to start with John. I would. He burnt the pork chop. I mean, all the guy did was take chilli sauce from a bottle, put it in a pan, and then stick it in the oven. And he burnt it. It just wasn't up to standard. That crumble was dry. It needed something else. Probably a different cook. That would have been a really good start.
Yeah, it just made a pig's ear of it, basically.
I think we were hoodwinked yesterday. John's out. Let's move on. Now, we've got Andrew and we've got Elisa. Andrew's prawn dish with the pasta, couscous, rocket, a little bit of chilli, I thought was nice. There weren't any mistakes, but it wasn't a great dish. It just missed something. It needed something wet, some sort of sauce, just to take it up one more pace, and also you can just get it on your fork. The dessert, the yoghurt, inspired, pistachio nuts for texture. He had a complete, perfect, wonderful dessert. That chocolate torte tasted great. We have eaten in many restaurants where you don't get desserts as good as that. Elisa, I thought her starter was bordering on dull. Tomato was the main flavour. It just didn't hold together. It wasn't a tart that you wanted to go back in and eat because actually physically you couldn't get it in your mouth. Her main course, the aubergine, the mullet, the langoustine and that crisp bread were brilliant. That worked. I mean, that was a really gorgeous dish. She knows how to taste, she knows how to cook, and she works seriously hard.
Everything that's in me and I wanted to achieve in those stages, I did. Hopefully it's enough.
It's hard because both of these guys have had one very, very good dish, and there aren't any mistakes in either of them.
I can touch the quarter-final, but I don't want to just touch it. I want to grab it with both hands and I don't want to let go.
We're looking for somebody who will actually be able to grasp hold of the idea of becoming a professional chef. Who's it going to be? Well done, you three. You guys have worked very, very hard. We only have one quarter-final place, and we have made that decision.
Our winner, our quarter-finalist, is Elisa.
Thank you.
Well done.
I'm all shaky. I still can't believe I'm here. It's taken over my life. I'm that determined.
Knowing the fact that I made a mess of it probably makes it even worse than it should be.
I've thoroughly enjoyed myself, and it's no way going to stop me from getting to where I want to be.
I went through.
Elisa will be back for Thursday's quarter-final, where she'll face 3 other